Hey everyone, it's me, Kid1996, and we are back. So we're going to start with cleaning this area rug that we have in the living room. It is pretty heavily soiled. You can see we have an area right here by the Navigator where the dog likes to lay, and it's all matted down. So we will get to see which machine performs the best in lifting the pile and making it look like new. And so you can see we have a high traffic area right here. I pushed the chair back so you can kind of see what the pile is supposed to look like when it's completely raised. So we have a pretty matted down carpet. So this will be a good test. So you can see that we have some dirt from the white rug in each of these machines. And we're going to see how much more we can fill these dirt bins on this area rug because it is pretty heavily soiled with pet hair. As you can see, there's a layer of hair all over this rug. It's only been a couple days since I vacuumed last, so it's not like I've let it go weeks without vacuuming. It's just when you have all these dogs going around the house all day and rolling all over the carpet, and they shed. So this is a typical shed. As you can see, walking into the room, we have our high traffic area right here that is pretty heavily soiled with pet hair, long and short hair. You can see there are some other particulates on the ground. You can also see right here where the chair was, this is the pile of the carpeting, and this is what it looks like now. It's all matted down. So we're going to see how well each of these machines perform in lifting the pile of this rug. I really like this new rug. It actually has a lot more pile to it than the last rug. Alright, so we're going to get started. We're going to clean this half of the high traffic area with the Apex powered lift away. And then we're going to clean the other half with the Shark Navigator lift away. We are going to start with the Shark Apex powered lift away DuoClean with the Zero M cleaner head. We have it on the low pile carpeting setting, so we have the maximum airflow of the machine that we can with the brush roll turned on high, even though the maximum airflow is actually on the hard floor setting, which you can hear when you put it on the hard floor setting. It closes off the vent completely. So when cleaning carpeting, you're not getting the full airflow performance of this machine. So we're going to see how well this performs in cleaning this area rug. We're going to turn it on. One pass forward and back. That's one pass forward. You can see it's already done a pretty good job in lifting the pile, so one pass back. Alright, so you can see it's not the widest cleaner head in the world. It's really confined to one area. So right there, it has done a pretty decent job. You can still see right there that there's some hair that's still not been picked up by this machine on the first forward and back pass. But overall, it has done a pretty decent job in lifting the pile and getting the dirt on the first forward and back pass. So we're going to continue on this area right here, which is more of the high traffic area. That was more or less under the chair. So we're going to continue. So on the forward pass, you can see it has managed to pick up a pretty decent amount of the hair. So we're going to see how it looks on the backward pass. Alright, so it's done about the same on this side as it did on the other side. You can see how it's lifted the pile of the carpet. And it's done a pretty good job in getting up the hair on this low pile carpeting. So we're going to see the difference between this one and the Navigator. Alright, so now we're going to use the Navigator. With the Navigator, there isn't really any adjustments you have to make other than making sure the suction control is shut. And now you're going to put this on the carpet setting all the way back, and let's see how well this one performs. You can see more agitation with this machine. Let's do a forward pass. Alright, so right here you can see the forward pass. It has done a pretty decent job in getting up the hair. There are a few pieces here and there, so let's do the rearward pass. Alright, so on the rearward pass you can see all of the hair has managed to be picked up by this Navigator. There is maybe 1 or 2 pieces right there out of this whole pass that did not get picked up on the initial forward and back pass. You can see the difference in the grooming lines between the DuoClean and the non-DuoClean. DuoClean on the left and non-DuoClean on the right. So right there you can see the difference between the two machines. In either direction, you can clearly see the color difference between the clean and non-clean on either side, and especially down the strip down the middle. So we're going to continue cleaning with each of these machines. So back to the apex. So let's take a look at what that was, hiding in the carpet that I did not see. Sounds like something metal. I do not see anything. So let's put this down. Access the brush roll. That might be it right there. Nope, that was just a little piece of hay. There it is, right there. Christmas tree ornament hanger. Okay, so we'll set that to the side. Put this back on. So this is the one feature that really comes in handy, is being able to access your brush rolls that easy. So that's the one thing I like about the machine. Alright, so now we're going to do some cleaning with the Navigator. Here's all the hair and dirt coming into the dirt bin. We're going to go through the area right here already. You can see how well it's performed. But we're going to go over the area right through where the dog likes to lay, where it's all completely matted down. And as you can see, it is completely coated in her black fur, along with all of the other golden retriever and cockapoo's fur. And the Chi Spaniel. So we're going to go right through this right here. Look at that forward pass. And the rearward pass right there. You can see just how well it has been able to lift the pile of the carpet. Look at that. Isn't that something? It has a completely clean pass, as you can see, compared to the dirty. And that looks really nicely groomed. So we're going to continue a couple passes. You can see all the dirt building up in the dirt bin. Alright, so you can see right here that this side was cleaned with the Navigator and that this side was cleaned with the DuoClean. You can see the Navigator has different grooming lines than the DuoClean. The DuoClean looks like it kind of fluffs it more up than the Navigator. The Navigator kind of pushes it down with the front, which I could see it doing because the front brush roller of this is constantly pulling up instead of pushing down like this. But I do like this cleaner head better than this one because this one doesn't track the hair like that one does. So we're going to continue on the other side with the apex to see how well it performs in lifting the area where the dog lays. So you can see the area where the dog lays right here, it is completely matted down. And you can see where we went over with the Navigator, it still looks a little matted down. As you can see, it's really been laid on a lot by her. So right there, it might not ever look the same until I shampoo it to get out the non-vacuumable dirt that's causing it to mat down. So right here, we're going to try it with the Apex Powered Lift Away. One pass forward and back, and you can see that the DuoClean hasn't lifted the pile as much as the Navigator has. But you can see it still has lifted it a little bit, but the Navigator side looks like it has raised a little bit more on this first initial pass right here. You can see the difference between the non-clean and the clean, and the difference and between the raised and the not raised. So let's try again. Maybe it just needs another pass. And that time the cord kind of got underneath it. So we'll give it one more pass. Alright, so right here, you can see it kind of still looks matted down. It hasn't really lifted it too much. There's actually still some hair on the carpet right there, as you can see. So it hasn't really gotten all of the hair off of the carpeting in this area. You can see there's still hair on the carpet. After 3 passes, there is still hair on the carpet. So on the Navigator side, I don't see any hair in the carpet after going over those many times. So we're going to continue some with the Navigator. You can hear the airflow of the machine. You can see it lifting the carpet. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? You can see that all of that hair that was right there, all of it is gone in just those 2 passes, because this machine's so powerful. It actually lifted the carpet, spread the pile, agitated out the dirt, and sucked it all into the dirt bin. Look at this. Look at all of that dirt that it is picking up. You can even see there's some glitter up in there that has been able to get out of the carpet. So let's continue. See all this hair right here. We're going to go right through it. Look at that. 1 pass forward. Look at that. 1 pass forward. And the hair has been able to be picked up with just 1 brush roller. And of course the pass back is spotless. Not 1 piece of hair. You can really hear it beating the carpet. Look at it agitating out. You can see it lifting the carpet. Look at that. So beautiful. If you can't tell, I like this one. We're going to go back over the area we went over with the apex. You can see this one actually lifted the carpet. You see that? Right there. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit with the apex. You can see the amount of dirt we've been able to get up with this Navigator. You can see how much more this one pulls than the other one. This one you really have to constantly fight with. One pass forward and back. You still see some hair on the carpet. This one doesn't really lift the carpet as much as the other one does. Just a little bit. The cord wrap doesn't like to hold the cord like it's supposed to. I'm constantly having to put the cord back in place. So after cleaning this rug with these two machines, we're going to show the dirt from this machine. This one isn't going to have as much dirt in it because we didn't use it as much as we did the other one, because this one is a backbreaker of a machine and it really kills your back when you're trying to use it. So I stopped using this one and went over to the other one because the other one's way easier to use and it wasn't breaking my back. So you can see it kind of was compacting the dirt a little bit in there, not too much dirt in there. So let's take a look at the filter. As you can see and expect, it is covered in hair. It looks like there's even more hair on that filter than there was the last time we saw the filter. So we're going to pick this up and you can see there's a lot more hair on this filter. So we're going to finish vacuuming the rest of this rug with the Navigator because the Shark DuoClean is literally breaking my back. It is just, it's such a heavy and cumbersome, hard to maneuver machine, and it's constantly pulling against you with both brush rollers. It's just way too much on carpeting. On hard floors, it's a lot easier to use because you don't have the resistance of the friction pulling against you when you're on hard floors. So I do not recommend that you get DuoClean if you have a lot of carpeting because it is not very easy to use on carpet. But if you do have a lot of carpet and still have hard floors and need good performance on hard floors, I would go with this Navigator with the Zero M cleaner head because, as you can see, it does a very good job in getting up all the hair. It doesn't look like there is any hair in that brush roller at all. It doesn't have the DuoClean to get the hair wrapped around it when on carpet to get it all caught up and into a big clump like a giant caterpillar. So this design is way better than the DuoClean in my opinion. So we're going to continue using this Navigator, which does not break your back when you try to use it. So let's finish cleaning this rug with the Navigator with the Zero M cleaner head. You see, this machine doesn't pull itself. Like here it is reclined. It's not pulling itself. The other one, I'm going to show you real quick. You recline it, you turn it on. Do you see that? That's so violent. So that is constantly pulling against you. Like it's pulling. And that is why it causes you to have stress. And I can't even hardly get it back here to put it. That's horrible. This is way better. This is so light, it's barely any effort at all to use this one. I don't know why they made that powered lift away so heavy and so hard to maneuver. Look at this. It's just compacting. You can see all the hair. Look at that. That's so neat. I love how you can see all the hair coming in. You can see it lifting the carpet on the rearward pass. Look at that. It's so powerful. Look. This is the Shark that you need to get. And the vacuum that you need. This is very nice. And it works so good. It's great on pet hair. Fine particles, sand. The filtration seems to be immaculate. And you see with this one, you don't have to go over and over and over multiple times to get up all of the hair, because it will get up all the hair on literally like the first forward and back pass. And you will be happy with the result, because you see, I just finished this way faster than I was cleaning with that one, having to go over it 3, 4, 5 times one area to make sure all the hair was picked up. Go over once forward and back with this, and you can see all of the hair it has picked up out of this carpet. So that is a ton of dirt and dust and hair I have been able to pick up. And you can see right here, this filter has managed to stay a lot cleaner than the other filter. I have not used this one as much as that one, but I only used that one once more than this one, and that one got a lot more hair. So this one performs a lot better in cyclone and dirt separation. As you can see, that is just a ton of hair. You can see the dust build up on the inside that it has been able, it's just sucked out all of the dirt and dander and everything and put it all in this container right here, which is really nice. I'm just really impressed with how clean the filter is. I don't even see but like one piece of hair over there to the left, which is very little. Just that one little piece and that one little speck right there. That's like nothing. So this filter is immaculate. And so we are going to part 3 of this Shark Apex Powered Lift-Away DuoClean with Zero M versus this Shark Navigator Lift-Away Zero M Cleaner Head Machine.